Nowadays, the long tentacles of political correctness know no boundaries. It permeates every aspect of our lives, whether it be in schools, in the workplace, or even retailers. You can't escape it, especially around this time of year. Why? Well, it's Christmas time, and the PC police are working overtime to remove all vestiges of the true meaning of Christmas.
Oh, Jesus H. Christ. So you'll find this gem of a video on the Blaze's YouTube account. The Blaze is the same network that Glenn Beck is the all-star of. I won't be including the video in its entirety, so if you want to see that, please check the description for the link. Now, has anybody else ever noticed how if the right-wing Christians ever want to play the victim card, they invoke political correctness? But what does being politically correct mean? It simply means that you understand that there are those who don't share the same worldviews as you, and you act and adjust how you behave in a way so that you can be inclusive to other people. This means that when right-winged Christians bitch about political correctness, what they're really bitching about is how they want everyone to behave how they think they should. And of course, they only disagree with political correctness when it doesn't help them. If I were to say, point out that Jesus' birth is based around a myth and that it has no bearing in reality, they would be offended and play the victim card. Also, being politically correct is optional. Just don't be surprised when people point out that you're being a dick for acting in a way that offends people or is exclusive. Now let's continue.
The American celebration of the birth of Christ has been a time-honored tradition dating back to the early 1800s. Even with those new traditions incorporated into American society, there was little dispute that Jesus was the reason for the season. As Christmas became more popular, some states declared the day a state holiday, Louisiana being the first in 1837. By 1860, 14 other states had followed. President Ulysses S. Grant made Christmas a federal holiday in 1870. Now fast forward to today, and the concerted effort to sanitize the true meaning of Christmas is everywhere. Merry Christmas is no longer a politically correct phrase. It's Happy Holidays or Season's Greetings. Christmas trees are now called holiday trees. And more municipalities are banning nativity scenes on public property for fear of unleashing the wrath of the ACLU or aggressive atheist organizations. Year after year, we hear the stories of schools banning songs from holiday concerts that reference religion, or wiping religious holidays off the school calendar altogether like Montgomery County, Maryland just voted to do. Then, of course, there are the despicable acts of groups like American Atheists, who notoriously put out offensive billboards mocking the celebration of Christ during Christmas. Billboards like this, found in Times Square, New York City last year. Who needs Christ during Christmas? Nobody. Or there's this one from 2012 that read, "Keep the merry, dump the myth," referring to Jesus. This year, they're shamefully targeting children down south with their latest display. "All I want for Christmas is to skip church. I'm too old for fairy tale."
Wait, hold on. You think that American Atheist is shamefully targeting children? Is this really the route you want to take? Really? Okay. So there's a number of things I want to say about this last statement. Thing number one, when you described their act as shameful, I think you meant shamelessly. I think that you meant that American Atheist is shamelessly targeting children. I don't think David Silverman or American Atheist at all feels any shame about including a child in their billboard expressing a lack of wanting to go to church or disbelief in God. And I think that he's quite correct in doing so. Thing number two, the billboard doesn't target children, it targets parents and adults. Thing number three, you really think that having a child express their lack of wanting to go to church or expressing disbelief in Jesus is offensive? Have you ever noticed how there are Christian billboards all across the nation threatening hellfire to those who don't believe in Jesus or practice Christianity the right way? Or the ones that state homosexuality is a sin? Have you ever seen a Christian chick tract? I mean, really, if you find that billboard offensive, I don't know what to say to you. And you act like people who bitch about having Merry Christmas shoved down their throats are the ones who are acting sensitive. But when it comes to Christianity, if anybody expresses any level of disbelief, all of a sudden you get your panties in a bunch. Thing number four, Christianity targets children. Every week, children are indoctrinated through Sunday school and by being required to go to church by their parents. Religion is the biggest manipulator of young minds. Hell, I have an agreement to offer you on behalf of all atheists. So here it goes. We'll agree not to talk to anybody under the age of 17 about atheism if you agree not to teach any children your religious beliefs. Sound like a deal? No? I didn't think so.
Look, everyone in this country has a right to believe or not believe in God. The Constitution guarantees freedom of religion and prohibits the government from establishing one by law. What it doesn't do is guarantee freedom from religion.
Holy shit, are you really that dumb? Yes, you said just a second ago that a government cannot establish an official religion. What this means in our government is that we have a separation of church and state. So wherever there's a government, there can't be religion. And whenever there is an exception made for a religion, for any religion, then it has to be made to all worldviews. Now, in the off chance what you actually meant is that you're free in public to express your religious beliefs to me, that would be true. But also, I have the freedom to express that you're being a self-centered, self-righteous dick who's uttering nonsense.
The war on Christmas is real, but you can fight back. And here are some action items. 1. Stand up for Christmas. Anytime you're greeted with the politically correct season's greetings or happy holidays, especially in stores or restaurants, just return the favor with a pleasant and definitive Merry Christmas. 2. Fight back against atheist organizations who try to shut down any trace of religion in the public square, particularly nativity scenes. Other communities have fought back and won. 3. Educate your children. Read them books about American history and the Judeo-Christian roots of this country. Explain the real meaning and importance of Christmas.
So of those 3 useless points, I just wanted to point out the third one, that the roots of this country are not Judeo-Christian. Many of our founding fathers were deists and were not Christians. Also, during John Adams' presidency, Congress unanimously passed the Treaty of Tripoli, which states, the government of the United States is not, in any sense, founded on the Christian religion. But here are my action items. Say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, or whatever the hell you want. Most atheists don't care if you say Merry Christmas to them because we understand the sentiment of where you're coming from. But if you say Happy Holidays to us, we'll probably appreciate it more because it shows that you actually sympathize with us. And that doesn't mean you're any less of a Christian for doing so. As a matter of fact, I can't think of anywhere in the Bible where Jesus stated that he wanted his birthday to be celebrated or recognized. But I do remember parts in the Bible where he talks about sympathizing with his fellow humans, even those who are different than you. So action item number 2, be safe. Don't drink and drive, know your limits and stay within them, blah blah blah, you know the rest. Action point number 3, have fun. It's very rare that we actually get a day set aside to really spend time with our family, and it's cool that the government of the United States has set aside such a day for us. So spend the time that you have with those you love. And happy holidays. That's it from me, and until next time, take care.
Gift giving and caroling. The Germans with the decorating of the Christmas tree. The Dutch and Santa Claus. It's outrageous. No American should be afraid to express their religious beliefs, especially not the 77% of Americans who identify as Christians.